So the problem is based on northwest corner, least cost method and vowels approximation method. So let's consider this problem. Find the non-degenerate basic visible solution for the following transportation problem using all the three methods: northwest corner method, least cost method, and then Vogel's approximation method. Let's begin the problem first. First of all, before beginning the problem, you have to check whether the problem is balanced or not. Whether the given transportation problem is balanced or not. So I have made a solution to start the problem. First, I am checking that summation of AI. Let me check whether you can able to hear me or not before. So this is what I have said. Whatever is happening in my screen, you can able to see the difficulty when I get into the PowerPoint presentation. I can't come back and admit you to get into it. That is why ERP is having a best idea. You can come in without my permission. So at least the next class onwards, let's check that whether we can able to add without disturbing the teacher. Let me confirm whether you can able to hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Since I can't able to hear you, let me do one thing. Just wait for a while. I'll be having a headphone. Can you hear me now? Someone unmute and tell me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, now you can see the PowerPoint presentation, I think. Can you see this PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the first problem again we are doing with the help of a simple step-by-step process. First one, we need to find the summation of AI. These are all what AI. When I add all those things, I'm getting 150. Secondly, I have to add all these things. 60 plus 60 plus 20 plus 10, that is also 150. That is why we say that the summation of AI is equal to the summation of BI, that is equal to 150. Both of them is same. We conclude the problem. The given transportation problem is what? The given transportation problem is balanced transportation problem. Whenever it is balanced, then only it is what? There exists a basic feasible solution to this problem. If it is not balanced, we will be solving the problem to make the problem into balance and then solve it. So first thing, they are asking us to find northwest corner. So using the northwest corner method, how can I do that? Means first, let me write the given cost matrix as it is given in the. I have written the cost matrix as it is. Now you have to compare the northwest, means north topmost portion and the leftmost portion is what? This is the cell we have to allot. So for that you have to compare either a 60 or 10. You have to compare which one is least, 60 or 10. So 10 is least, so I have to cancel the 10. When I cancel the 10, it becomes 0. All the 10 is to be allotted here. So if I reduce the 10 here, automatically the 60 is also reduced to what? 50. The 60 is also reduced to 50. Now which one becomes 0? That one is to be cancelled. So I have to allot the 10, and after allocation of the 10, that row should be cancelled because 0 is available here. So that row is cancelled. Similarly, northwest, now northwest, this cell is to be allotted. So we have to allot the allocations in this cell. So now I have to compare 50 and 20. Which is least now? Can you tell me? Anyone unmute your mic and tell me which one is least, 20 or 50?
20, sir.
20. Yes, put
20,
20.
sir.
Thank you. 20 is the least, so I have to cancel the 20 and the 20 becomes 0. That 20 is should be reduced in this 50. So this 50 is changed into what? 30. And that 20 should be allotted. So which one is to be cancelled here? Means 0 becomes in a row. So that row should be cancelled. Now again, I have to find the northwest. Northwest, this cell is to be what? Made allocation. So in order to make the allocation in this cell, so you need to know which one is least. Tie is there. See, 30 and 30. Both of them is 30. So it is anonymously, if I put the 30 there, both of them is cancelled and both of them becoming 0. And automatically you are having what? The 30 is to be allotted. And both the rows and columns, both the row and column should be cancelled. See that I'm cancelling in both the way, because both of them becoming 0. So this problem is particular problem. That's why I have taken this problem to explain, not only for simplest problem. This is a little bit different from the other problems. So that's why we have picked up this problem to explain it. And another thing, now you, which is your northwest corner? Means your northwest corner is 7. So this cell, so that for that cell 60 or 40, which one is least? So 40 is least. So I have to cancel that 40. That 40 becomes 0. I have to reduce that 40 from this 60. That becomes 20. So you have to allot 40 in that. So this 40 should be given as allocation. So which one becomes 0? So this row becomes 0. Fourth row becomes 0. So that's why I have to put what here? That is cancelled. After cancelling it, it is only one row is available and few, and for that demand is available. So directly you can give it. All these things can be given, 20 here and 20 here. No need of comparison with the supply and demand. Only one row. So this 10 given is given here. So when I substitute all this, you need to know that all the things are becoming 0 and this 50 becomes 0. So see to that you have 10 and 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40 is available. 20 plus 20 plus 10 becomes 50. Likewise, if you add all these things, you'll be getting 10 plus 20 plus 30 becomes 60, 40 plus 20 becomes 60, and 20 is 20 and 10 is 10. So now we have to write the allocated transportation cost matrix. So this is given in terms of a cluster form with the lines and the reduction of the demand and supply. Without all those things, I have written the matrix again. After having the matrix again, written the matrix again, and I'm writing the allocations alone in that matrix. So this is what allocated transportation matrix by northwest corner method. Now we are going to check that the number of rows equal to m. How many rows we have here? Number of rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 rows are there. So I have written m value is 5. Number of columns. Number of columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually it is what? 4. I have made a mistake. It is not a 5. So I should have what here? How many rows? How many columns? We have 4 columns. See this, I have changed it. 5 columns and then 4 rows. Four columns and then how many allocations? You just check it. How many allocations we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 allocations are there. Okay. Yes. Number of allocations are 7 only is available here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 only available here. So m plus n, 5 rows and 4 columns, m plus n is equal to 9. 9 minus 1 equal to what? 8. Since the number of allocations are independent positions is less than m plus n minus 1. Actually, you have m plus n minus 1 is equal to what? 8. 5 plus 4 minus 1 equal to 8. So 8 is greater than 7. Number of allocations are 7 and we have 8. So it is not, rim conditions is not satisfied. I have already said that it should satisfy the condition so that we will be getting what? Degenerate one. So this basic feasible solution is a degenerate one. It is not non-degenerate, it is degenerate. So in order to make the problem its degeneracy, we have to allot a simple small quantity epsilon. The term epsilon is used to unoccupied cell. Why should I choose the cell 5 comma 1? Why should I choose the cell 5 comma 1? Because that is the least value among the unoccupied cells. So 25 7 8 12 9 5 7 9 0 1 and then 14 3. So it is not only insisted that you can choose 5 comma 1, you can choose what? 4 comma. You can uh, use 4 comma 4th row comma 4th column to 0. So now that is what they have written here. So 5 comma 1, epsilon is the smallest value, it can be considered as 0 value itself. So now the new allocation is like this. The new allocation will be like this. Here epsilon I should be given either in a 3 or in a 0. You can include a epsilon here. So the initial transportation cost, this is not the final optimal value. Initially the transportation cost is how much, means you have to multiply 10 into 10, 13 into 20, 4 into 30, 7 into 40, 12 into 20, and 5 into 20, 19 into 10. In addition to that, you will be having 3 into epsilon or 1 into epsilon or 7 into epsilon. Some unoccupied cell can be taken. For our convenience, we have taken 5 comma 1 because when we resolve this problem into a most allocated cell, if I put here in this row only 3 allocated cell, in this row I have in this row I have 3 allocated cell, in this column I have 3 allocated cell. If I consider in the first row how many allocated cell, only 1 allocated. Second row how many, only 1. Third row only 1. Fourth row only 1. Fifth row I have 3 allocations. Likewise, if you check the first column 3 allocations, second column 2 allocations, third column 2 allocations, fourth column only, sorry, third column one allocation, and the fourth column is also we have only one allocation. In order to avoid in order to make the problem simple, if I choose this 3 comma 5 comma 1, if I put that first column has 4 allocations and the fifth row is also containing 4 allocations to solve the problem in Modi method. So that's why this is chosen as a unoccupied cell as chosen like that. So as epsilon tends to 0, this is the value I have 1290 is our initial transportation cost. So the same problem can be done with the help of what method, means least cost method. So using the least cost method, this is how the cell value will be available. First of all, we should check that the problem in this matrix, in this cost matrix, which is least, 10 is least. So for that they have to allocate 10 or 40, 10 should be given. So this becomes 30 and this becomes what, 0. That is what done here in this problem. Check that. So 0 is available. So 10 is given here. So since this problem doesn't contain the matrix here, I should have taken the matrix here. So this is how, so 10 should be given, this becomes 30 and this becomes 0 and I have to cancel this. Next least is what, 1. For that 1, this is 30 and this is 20. So I should give the, for the 20, 20 should be given to this cell. So that is what we have here 20 is available. The next list is what? 3. Next list 4, 5. 5 we have a tie, and then probably it might be cancelled in the way we went can allocate it. So when I do that with the help of a least cost method, you will be having this allocations. So 20 into 10, 9 into 20, 4 into 10, 5 into 20, 7 into 10, 11, sorry, 1 into 2, 20, 0 into 10, and then 3 into 5. The allocations becoming 760. For the last one we have 1290, but the least cost makes reduced to the northwest corner method. In the Vogel's approximation method, penalty method, this is the allocation, and you will be reducing into what? 670. So let's see this Vogel's approximation method technique is what? Penalty method. You need to have a penalty 1, penalty 2, penalty 3. Have to identify it, and then we'll be finding it in terms of what? Initial transportation cost multiplied, and still it is reduced. And here also you get non-degenerate basic feasible solution is shown in this table. Degeneracy possibility is not available here because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 only is there. So that is why I have to put an epsilon. What about this? We had a situation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So m plus n minus 1 is equal, so no need of going for a degeneracy. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 allocations are there. So I have to take a degeneracy thing. To resolve this degeneracy, I have to include what? 5 comma 2. Why 5 comma 2? I have said that in order to have the maximum allocations, if I choose this one also, I can also have what? Maximum allocations in this column, but this is 12 and this is 14 and this is 12. So which one is least among this 14 and 12? 12 is least, so I am choosing that as new allocated cell with the dummy allocation epsilon. So whenever we have a dummy allocations with m plus n minus 1 is equal to the number of allocations, the problem can be, initial transportation cost can be identified. So here they have given a problem. The problem to identify with the help of Vogel's approximation method. Vogel's approximation method is nothing but what? Penalty method. You have to find the penalty first least and the next least. Difference between the first least and the next least is the penalty. So among the penalties you have to find the maximum. From the maximum marked penalties, you have to choose the minimum in that row or a column. You have to allot for that. So after finding this, so let me explain this problem. First you have to check whether the problem is balanced or not, and you are checking that it is balanced, so there exists a feasible solution. By Vogel's approximation method, they have written that first you have to find the least in this, which is least 6. Next least is what? 9. So difference between 6 and 9 is what? 3. That's penalty 1. Penalty 1, first row penalty. Like that, for each and everything you have to find the penalty, and after finding the penalty you have to make the allocations. So here you have get m plus n minus 1 is equal to 4 rows and 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. So 4 plus 6 minus 1 equal to 9. I have to check that whether we have 9 allocations or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 only available. So how many allocations we have here? Only 8. So to resolve the degeneracy, I have to choose a small, we allocate a very small quantity epsilon to the cell 3 comma 2. Why 3 comma 2 is chosen here? Among the cost matrix, as epsilon value tends to 0, whatever value you are choosing it will be tends to what? 0. So 5 times of E, or 12 times of epsilon or 10 times of epsilon might be becoming into what? 0 itself. So it doesn't matter. When we do the modi method, we can able to think about the least one, but now you can simply have whatever cost is available there, you can multiply by epsilon. That as epsilon tends to 0, whatever value we have, that becomes 0. So that will be what? Reduced to the rest of the value, 112 rupees. So to find the optimal solution, this is what the Modi method I have said. They have given here, solve the following problem using Vogel's approximation method and check its optimality. If the question is like this and check its optimality, means you have to check that with the help of what? Modi method. So to find the optimal solution, now the number of non-negative allocations at the independent positions. How many allocations we have here? M plus n minus 1, we apply the Modi method. So you have to check that Modi method is applied only when this condition is satisfied. M plus n minus 1 is M plus n minus 1 should be what? The number of allocations. So here you have number of allocations. So ui's and then vj's we have to tell. Ui's and then vj's. Can you able to listen me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this Modi method, we have written just the numbers uh, uh, cast at the top left corner.
Sir,
Cast.
excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
What is that epsilon? Please spell that, sir.
Okay. Epsilon.
In chat box, you just spell the spelling.
So epsilon spelling you want? Huh?
Yeah, even the meaning also, sir.
See that it is an actually you are asking the meaning of alphabet A. Epsilon.
No.
Let me tell again. Epsilon
Yeah,
is an
yes, sir.
alphabet. It's a Greek alphabet. We are using it to keep a
Uh,
dummy value. Thanks for asking this question so that I can able to explain to everyone. Might be not unaware of asking these questions to by your friends. Let me tell it again. See this. We have a degeneracy and then non-degeneracy situations. Our rim condition should be what? Number of allocations should be m plus n minus, sorry, number of allocations. How many allocations we have here? 7 allocations. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 allocations are available here. Number of rows and columns, 5 rows and then 4 columns. M plus n, 5 plus 5 plus 4 is equal to what? 9. 9 minus 1 equal to what? 8. But how many allocations we have here? 7.
7.
We should have 8. In order to add one more allocations, we need a dummy allocation. That dummy allocation is termed as what? Epsilon. We use some alphabet. Is it okay? We use some alphabet. Either
Okay, sir.
it's a Greek alphabet. This Greek alphabet is used to make that into what? The number of allocations equal to m plus n minus 1. I should have mentioned that epsilon here. I should have mentioned the epsilon. I should have mentioned that epsilon here. Is it okay? So that I'll be having what? Number of allocations equal to the number of
8.
yes. In order to make
Yes.
that degeneracy, see this the word, to resolve this degeneracy, we allocate a small quantity epsilon. That might be
Why did you allocate in 3, comma 2, sir?
why that's the thing. I grasped your situation at the beginning. In order to make that Modi method problem, if I do that with the help of epsilon given here, means it will be easy for us to score out the number lines. So still we need to solve some more problem to understand the drawing lines of in Modi method. So this is the Modi method problem. I said several times, This method is used for to check the initial solution. We had the initial solution. These are the initial solutions we have. This method gives you Vogel's approximation method value, initial transportation cost by Vogel's approximation method. This is optimal or not? How do we tell that this is optimal? Means in order to tell that in optimal or not, you have to make use of what? Modi method. So how to check that in the Modi method? I think this is a solved situation. We have to bring that in terms of step by step, as if I have brought like this. See,
Uh,
see, this is the situation we need to do it. Ec- From this step, directly they went to this.
Modi.
Excuse me. So this is how I should have given each and every step. It takes too much time in preparing this. That's why if you are, we'll do that in the next class. Elaborate
Okay, sir.
solving of this type of problems. It is given in the cluster form directly. Is it okay? So see this, they have given the matrix and the allocation is given here.
Okay, sir.
We'll do that in the next class for the penalty method, exclusively for the penalty method. Step by step you can able to understand. So in that case, you have to make use of uis and vjs. UIs and VJs are all. I have to tell that theory part is there. A huge explanation should be given for that. Doesn't matter. We'll be doing it in terms of a problem as if we are doing it in last problem. So first thing you should know what is a D suffix ij, and what is C suffix ij, and what is X suffix ib. So three things we have here. See this D suffix ij is nothing but what? The right side top corner. Right side top corner is what? 6, 5, 2, 2,
Two,
9,
two, 11.
11. Like where it is 11?
7, sir.
7, 7. Okay. So since all D suffix ij are all greater than 0, the problem can be stopped. If not, means you have to resolve the problem into what? A drawing lines is there. Not striking the lines. You have to draw the lines and turn back only when the allocated cells are there. So such situations will be there. Better you concentrate on these three models for a while, just to solve the problem with the help of northwest, least cost, and then Vogel's approximation method.
Okay, sir.
I'll give some PDF in your classroom map. You go through in it. Huh? Let me give some PDFs in it, so
Okay,
that you
sir.
can able to solve a problem by yourself by these explanations. If not, means you come back in the next class. You tell what's all your difficulties. Let me just tell that how can we the optimum
Okay.
allocations. The optimum allocations is what means this 0 minus 2 value. So this is what I have said, the degenerate, for degenerating the optimal solution. Number of rows plus number of columns minus 1. Under the Vogel's approximation method, step by step, you might have forgotten it, that's why I'm showing it again. First thing, you have to find the penalties. Penalty 1, penalty 2. Sorry, penalty 1 is coming under each and column penalty, row penalty. So for this you will be having the minimum 6, next minimum is 7, so difference is 1. Like that you have to find for all the things. Minimum 3, next minimum is 5, so difference is 2. 4 and 5 difference is 1. 4 and 5 difference is 1. 6 and 5 difference is 1. 3 and 8 difference is 6. Sorry, 3 and 8 difference would be what? 5. Here they have made a mistake. The first least is 3, second least is 8, the difference is what? 5. So the maximum among all these penalties is 5, so I have to choose that one. After choosing that, you have to find the least among this, either 9, 3 or 8. 3 is least, so I have to allot in this cell. For the allocation, either 28 or 19. 19 is least, so I have to put this 19 here, and then this is reduced to what? 9, and this becomes 0. That is why that term is not available here, that column. So that is strike. 19 is allotted, this becomes 9 and this becomes 0. Likewise, for the next step, you have to find, you have not, hereafter I should not consider this 9, 3, 8. I have to consider only these two. So the difference in this is what? 1. That is what they have written here. The difference in these two is 1. The difference in these two is 2. The difference in these two is what? 1. Like that here, you don't have any change. 5, 4, 1, and then 5, 6, it will be 1. You don't need to find allocation, the minimum here. Already it is solved. So for this maximum 2, so in that 7 or 5, 5 is least. So either 20, 21 or 9. So 9 is least. Put the 9 here, and this becomes 0, and this becomes reduced to 9. So 12. So this becomes 0. The 0 is strike. So after striking these two, you will not be having a penalty here, and you will not have a penalty here. And now you will be having a remaining allocations 1 and then 1, and here you get 3 and then 1 here penalties. This is maximum, choose it, and in that you have least is 7 or 4. 4 is least, so fourth in the fourth in this cell, either 12 or 17. So 12 is least, give the 12 here, and you will be having a 17 becomes reduced to 12, it becomes 5. So after that you will be having the next step. So in this you have 6, so only one thing is left out. So for the 6 or 5, so you have 7 minus 1 is 1, and then you can give the direct value 20 and then 5, because that's the value. After finding this, you need to find the allocated cell. This is what the number of allocations. Number of allocations equal to number of rows plus number of columns is equal to. So you have number of row 1, 2, 3. Number of column 1, 2, 3. So 6. Number of row plus number of column is 6. Minus 1 is 5. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is rim conditions is satisfied. That means what? The number of rows and number of columns, addition of it minus 1 becomes the number of allocations. So that is what they have said. 5 is equal to 3 plus 3 minus 1. So condition satisfies, transportation cost they are finding it. So this is how we'll do one more problem under a few more problems under. Now this time I think you have a better idea on northwest corner as it is given in a step by step situation. Can you follow this northwest corner but if it is given in this situation? No one
Yes,
is
sir.
yes. Let me do one thing. I'll make like this for penalty method, and then I'll tell you with the help of Modi problem also. So in the next class, let me do one thing. Instead of giving in a book format, let me go again with the help of this kind of work. It will be better for us to understand each and every concepts.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. And then this time I need to know who are all available and who are all not available. This is the class which, as most of the persons are not coming to the uh, attending the class. I don't know what is going on with them.
No, sir.
Sivaranjani or who is the class representative here?
Niranjani,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, Sivaranjani. But are you telling to your class mentor, class teacher in charge that whether our class alone is having a 26 students are coming or all the class, all the
All the
subject
class subjects is sir.
only
எல்லா
26?
கிளாஸ்லயுமே 26 28 அப்படிதான் சார் வராங்க.
Okay, okay. Try to inform your mentor and then in charge to tell the students to attend the class because this is
எஸ்
unlike
சார்.
other. Hmm.
ரெகுலரா யாரெல்லாம் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணலையோ அவங்க நேம் லிஸ்ட் கேட்டிருக்காங்க சார்.
Okay, that's good. Actually, you kindly inform them. That will be a follow up should be there. This is not like other subjects. மேத்தமேட்டிக்ஸ் வந்து கொஞ்சம் பார்த்துணும் சொல்லும் போது ஒரு தடவை கேட்கணும் இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. மற்ற
ஓகே
சப்ஜெக்ட்
சார்.
மாதிரி இல்லை. அவங்கள வந்து
நான் இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்றேன் தான் சார், பட் அவங்க வர மாட்டாங்க சார்.
சரி சரி அவங்க நம்ம சொல்ல வேண்டியது சொல்லினே இருக்கணும், வேற எதுவும் இல்லை. இப்போ
ஓகே
எனக்கு
சார்.
ஆப்சன்டீஸ் லிஸ்ட் மட்டும் இன்னைக்கு நான் மறுபடியும் அதே மாதிரி நோட் பேட்ல உங்களுக்கு தெரியுற மாதிரி யாரெல்லாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு உங்களுக்கு என் ஸ்க்ரீன் தெரியுதுங்களா?
எஸ் சார்.
ஓகே.
நம்பர் 4 சார். ஆன்சி
ஏசி என்ன போடுங்க? ஏசிஏவா?
A19 ACE.
நம்பர் 4, நம்பர் 8.
எஸ் சார். நம்பர் 8.
தென் 6 5ல வந்தாங்களா? 3 வரலையே. டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல 3 போட்டாங்களா? நம்பர் 8 பிரசன்ட் போடுது. நம்பர் 8 பிரசன்ட்
எஸ்
போடுது.
சார். நம்பர் 8 பிரசன்ட் தான் சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே.
நம்பர் 3 ஆப்சென்ட் சார்.
ஓகே. நம்பர் 5 டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல ஒன்றும் டெக்ஸ்ட் பண்ணல. நம்பர் 6 இப்பதான் டெக்ஸ்ட் பண்றாங்க பொழுது. 6 பிரசன்ட் சார்ங்க. யாரெல்லாம் டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல டெக்ஸ்ட் பண்ணலையோ அவங்கலாம் பண்ணியிருந்துருக்கலாம்ல. நம்பர் 33 ஐ மார்க் திஸ் as present. 8 இப்பதான் அவங்க பண்ணிருக்காங்க. 8 ஓகே. 34 ஓகே. 6 சிவரஞ்சனி பாக்குறீங்களா லிஸ்ட்?
எஸ் சார். நெக்ஸ்ட் ரோல் நம்பர் 10 சார். சார் லெவல் 12. 14, 15, 16, sir, absent.
Number 7. Number
Yes,
7.
sir, present, sir. Present, sir.
ஆனா அவங்க டெக்ஸ்ட் பண்ணவே இல்லை போல நம்பர் 7.
Tuna Silvi, sir. Number
Okay.
7, roll.
17%, 18%, 19%, 20.
20%, sir.
20%. ஆனா எழுதல போல
Ah,
இருக்கு
yes.
அவங்க. இதுல டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல அவங்க பிரசன்ட்னு எழுதவே இல்லையே.
ஆமா சார், பட் ஆனா அவங்க நேம் இருக்கு சார், நிகிதா.
ஓகே. I said several times you can check that. உங்க ஸ்கிரீன் தான் தெரியுது இல்ல. இந்த பிகினிங்ல நம்ம என்ன போட்டுருக்கோம் பாருங்க. சாட் பாக்ஸ்லாம் படிக்க மாட்டீங்களா? டெக்ஸ்ட் யுவர் நம்பர் அண்ட் நேம் அண்ட் நம்பர் ஹியர். Now only 20 is someone is coming now only after the class. Last time also she is not present. Number 12. ஆமா அது ரொம்ப தேவைதான் இப்ப. Kamali, put your mic. Put your mic. Mute your mic, Kamali. சொல்லுங்க அவங்க கிட்ட பாட்டு கேட்டுக்கிறாங்கன்னு. "21 absent." Let me tell some of them name. 21.
Yes, sir. 21 absent, sir.
22 absent. 24,
Yes, sir.
24 absent. 26 absent.
Yes, sir.
27
Yes,
absent.
sir.
29 absent.
Yes, sir.
35 absent. 36 absent.
Yes,
41 absent.
42 also absent.
42 also absent.
Sir, 35 sir. Present sir.
35 present, sir.
35 நீங்க எங்க டெக்ஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறீங்க நீங்க இதுல?
Sir,
35
இல்ல sir.
நீங்க
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து வீரமணின்னு இருக்கும் சார். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அதுல அட்டெண்ட் பண்ண சார். அடுத்தது இந்த மொபைல்ல நெக்ஸ்ட் இதுல அட்டெண்ட் பண்ண.
இல்லம்மா நான் என்ன கேக்குறேன்னா நீங்க டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல 35% டைப் பண்ணீங்களான்னு கேட்டேன்.
இல்ல சார், அதுல போல சார். நீங்க கிளாஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடியே நான் கொடுத்துட்டேன் சார். ஆனா
ஓகே ஓகே நீங்க தான் 35-ஆ?
எஸ் சார்.
35 பட் லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் வரல தான் நீங்க.
எஸ் சார்.
லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் வரல. இந்த கிளாஸ் தான் வந்துக்கிறீங்க. சரி ஓகே. Let me tell the numbers. Just check the numbers.
Yes sir.
16 and then 21, 22, 23, 24.
Sir, 24 இல்ல sir.
நம்பரே கிடையாது.
Number இல்ல sir.
நம்பரே கிடையாது. ஓகே லாஸ்ட் டைம் சொல்லிருந்தீங்க.
குணசெல்வி கூட இல்ல sir இப்போ கிளாஸ்ல. absent தான் sir.
நம்பர்
Roll number 7, sir. Sir, 23% sir.
23 டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ்லயே அவங்க அடிச்சாங்க 23 கரெக்ட் தான். ஃப்ளோல வந்துருச்சு நம்பர்.
Okay, sir.
26, 27, 29, 36, 41, 42. These are the list of students are absent for this class. Normally we should not take too much of time in sorting out these attendance.
Sir, 41 present sir.
யார் அவங்க 41?
ரவீனா டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ் மெசேஜ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க sir.
எப்ப பண்ணாங்க?
இதோ இப்பதான் sir. நீங்க எடுத்து பாருங்க.
Okay. See, let me give some problems in solving in northwest corner alone. At least you practice that problem. Better in all the three methods you just try. Let me give some PDF or exercise questions from the pages. Or you can, if you are waiting means, let me do one thing. In the classroom app, let me give it. In the classroom app, let me give some problems for solving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sivarandani, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
போகவே இல்லை.